There we go. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're with Desiree and the Jeep yet again for another mod. And today we're going to be swapping out these headlights for these guys. Before we start this video, I want to send a big thank you to Be Sure Off-Road for providing us with the headlights today that we're going to use. You can see they're pretty nice quality, so huge thank you out to them. I'm going to put a link to these down below in the description, so if you want to get some yourself, you can do that. So let's go ahead and start. First things first, let's open up this hood and then pull this grill off. Now that we got the hood open, you can see all across here we got all these clips. So all I use for these is a flathead screwdriver, and just pry it out of there. And it's easiest with the clip tool, but usually these Jeep ones aren't too bad. They come out pretty easy. And then you're just going to go across the whole thing and pop all those out. So we got all of our clips out from the top of it. So now we have our turn signals right here. So there's a little red tab. You're going to pull that forward. Can you see that? Then you're just going to pinch this in and pull it off. But that's all it needs to disconnect that. And we should be able to just pop the grill off like that. All that's holding it through there are some clips. So it's a pretty easy process for that. So we're going to set this down on our table. Then we're going to get to undoing the lights themselves. So it comes time to take out the actual headlights themselves. They're pretty simple. We have 4 Torx, and it's going to be a T15, and you can use a ratchet, small impact, whatever you want to use, but I'm going to use a Craftsman screwdriver because I think most people that are watching this video are just at-home DIYers, so I'm going to do it like you. And even with something like this, super easy. This ring right here is what holds the light into place. So as soon as you pop this off, it's going to be a pretty easy process for the light to just fall out. Okay, so the whole thing's going to pop off as a unit, and you can see in here we have our plug, and the same thing just like the fog lights, this red tab gets popped up first, and then we can press in here and pull it out, and now we have our old headlight. And with this kit, it actually comes with an adapter to adapt to the stock plug, but on the back, if you see, we have 2 wires right here. One is for the daytime running light and one is for the turn signal. We have a little diagram here that shows us that, and right here shows the function of them. So apparently these turn amber with the turn signal, which is kind of cool. So for those, it came with separate wires that we can tie in to the turn signals themselves and the factory daytime running lights. So I'm going to show you guys how to get these set in real quick, because these are pretty simple to plug and play. This is going to require a little bit of work, but not too much. So let me show you how we do this real fast. Alrighty, so now if you see we got our wires, we're going to splice into the turn signal because it has turn signal and daytime running. For our driver's side, turn signal is this gray line. Daytime running is this green, and then black obviously is ground. So what we're going to go ahead and use is the yellow for turn and red for daytime. So now that we know what wires to what, we're going to use these little connectors. You put one wire through and then you can hook up a second one that splices in. A lot of people don't like these. I like them. I've used them in a lot of different applications. They've always hold up. Super reliable for me, so I'm using them on here. So we determined that this yellow is going to be our turn signal. So let's unravel this now. And what's nice is it already comes with a end that's clean. So we're going to put this in the back half. And then we're going to go ahead and slip our second wire into there. And all you do is you shut this, and then it uses that little metal piece inside to splice in. I'm just going to repeat the same process on this side. The only thing that is different is our turn signal on this side is actually this pink, and our daytime running is this brown stripe. But same process, using yellow for turn, red for daytime. So I'm going to do that really quick off camera. You guys already saw that, and then we'll show you how to put the lights in themselves. Okay, so now that we got those wires situated, we're going to go get these adapters. And super simple. Plug it into the original one, boom, click it in, press that red safety down. Same thing on this side. Make sure you hear that click and click it down. And then with these wires, what we're going to do is we're going to fish them through here. So that when the headlight's in, they won't be getting stuck on anything and pinching themselves. So we're going to do that on both sides. Super easy. You use these rings off the original headlights, and those are going to sit there. This little line here where the metal meets, that indicates down. So we're going to get that set. These plug in really easy. You'll see how it goes. Red wire, daytime running. So we're going to hook it up to our red here. What's nice is it actually has these nice rubber things to protect it from corrosion or grounding itself out on anything. And as for our yellow, that actually goes hooked up to green here, but it's hard to get confused with just two wires. So got that. Put that plastic over it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these wires and kind of shove them back through. Make sure everything's free, nothing's pinched, and then we can go ahead and get this lined up. Okay, so for whatever reason, we went to try them out, and the daytime running and the turn signal on the harness itself was switched. So that's something to note too. I thought it was just going to be color coordinated, but for whatever reason, they're not the same on both sides. But easy fix. All we got to do is swap the wires around and toss it back on. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It's pouring all of a sudden, which never happens in Arizona. So good for us, but yeah, just one issue so far, and I'll take that because usually I run into about 12. Okay, so like I said, the red to red isn't correct, I guess. So when you guys go to do your own install, just kind of, it's a gamble, I guess. Alright, so now that we deal with the headlight issue with that weird little wiring switch, got that going. So now the factory loom is not going to fit over all these wires and connectors, so I'm just going to get some electrical tape in here and just kind of clean it all up and mostly weatherproofing it. Keep water and dirt, whatever else, out of all these wire connections. Okay. And I already did it to the other side, so now we can pop the grill back on and we're pretty much done for this job. So if you can see in here, we have one special tab that lines everything up dead center. So we're going to get that in. It's a little rough with the winch being on it. There we go. And then don't be afraid to really pop it into place. Make sure all those clips get seated. Okay. We'll come back with our push-in clips. And just like we took it off, we'll just put them all right back in one by one. Okay, so install is done. Last thing to do is we got to stare at this thing. So let's check it out. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys learned something, and if you didn't, I hope you at least found this entertaining. And thanks for watching, and subscribe now, comment below, let me know what you think of these headlights on this Jeep. Let me know if you're planning on getting some yourself. And yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next adventure.